What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Moon Boys Radio. We're going to be talking about our personal experiences with rug pulls and like how to avoid them as well. With Walk of Fame, Vital, and Windows. Cue that intro.
Yo, what it do? Welcome to another exciting adventure here with Moon Boys Radio, where we're gonna give you that alpha you didn't know you needed about possible 10x, scratch that, 100x, scratch that, Moon X opportunities.
Keep in mind, the NFT space is very speculative and highly risky. Anything we talk about here is not financial advice. We're not financial advisors, so make sure to do your own research.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. As Windows mentioned, we're going to be talking about some of our experiences with rug projects. One I just want to highlight here is MetaThugs, the Ethereum project. It fooled me. It fooled many. It was for me. I was really interested. There's a lot of hype behind it. They even had a couple rappers give a shout out of the project. I can't remember what the mint price. I think it was either like 0.15 Ethereum. And it did well for a few days, and then it turned out the team just like instantly rug, which means they just like go AFK away from the project and just leave the project to basically die. So I got caught holding this project. I got blinded by the hype. The art I thought was pretty decent. Like I said, the community seemed real, but you gotta like pay attention a little bit to like who the founders are, like the creators of the project. Make sure like they're not maybe if they're docs is one thing, but if they're not, at least like see if they're like communicating a lot. And there's some red flags, like because it's so easy to like pay off like an influencer or a rapper or something, just give a quick like tweet or some kind of shout out and they get paid for it, so they don't really care. So that's what happened here with MetaThugs. I don't know if you guys want to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like this project minted out during like when the bull market was around its peak, and it was also when celebrities were in a sense like being introduced to the space, where NFTs were currently like catching so much attention, especially in Google. I think it was one of the top highest search things, and a lot of celebrities entered the space kind of taking advantage of the situation. Like I know Jake Paul rugged a project, Bradley Martin rugged a project, and the list like goes on, So anything that's kind of like celebrity endorsed, I would say stay clear from, because Web3 is so brand new that someone with a following in Web 2 isn't going to be able to create that big of an impact, because they don't even understand what Web 3 is. We don't even really fully understand it because NFTs are so early. What do you think, Windows?
Yeah, like I've been hearing a lot of like, NFT projects getting like constantly rugged by like celebrities and all that. So like I just tend to stay away from like the hype and all that. Like especially when it involves celebrity like that. That don't understand like the space like this. Especially like I heard one with like 6ix9ine or whatever. He like rugged 2 projects, and
Right.
like I'm just like, yeah, like I just like to stay away from like celebrity endorsed NFTs for sure, until like I
Yeah,
know for sure that it's like an actual legit project, which most of
yeah, I
them
mean,
really aren't.
there's some real people in the space. So, like for example, Snoop Dogg, he's like a celeb, but I feel like he's created some good impact. Some guy from One Direction, I forgot his name, but he's trying to do something in Web 3, and he's like a big investor as well. Gary Vaynerchuk, he's like the GOAT of NFTs.
Yeah, I think Shaquille O'Neal had like a play in Solana that's doing well right now. It's a straws. I think there's only like 300 lists out of like 10,000. It's around like a 7-ish Solana floor price. That project's been doing pretty well. So I mean, I think he had a couple on Ethereum that didn't do so well, but in Solana it seems like he's doing pretty well over there. But as Windows mentioned, like it's kind of easy to get caught up in the hype. But that shouldn't be the only reason why you get into projects. There's got to be more things. A lot more utility that they can offer, doing stuff that's more innovative, and not just pure hype.
Absolutely. What's the next project we have on the radar that we fell rugged for?
Next one's Evolved Foxes.
Oof, this is a fun one, right?
Is that the one that we minted? I don't think that's the right one.
This is, I think so.
Unless it was revealed.
Yeah, because I think when we looked at it, it wasn't. I mean, it pretty much got rugged like instantly, and it was really sketchy too, because like they didn't have like a minting website. You had to like
Yeah,
send like you had to send like your like contract address, right, or something like that.
unless it's
And
this
then
Yes.
one.
like oh, it's that one. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So this project, we had to mint from the contract. There wasn't a real website, but this also minted out during the whole Pixel meta, where I think it was CyberCons was around like 100 and something Ethereum. I think around this time also Kaiju Kings also recently minted out, and then several Pixel projects just kind of blew out of nowhere, and then stealth launches were becoming a big thing. So basically, an NFT project that does no marketing whatsoever just posts on Twitter that they're launching now, and then you mint it. So basically, there's a project. It was called Ape Harmony Monster Club. They minted out as a stealth, and the project exploded over like 2 Ethereum, and I think it was almost like 0.1 mint. I might be wrong on the mint price. And then, so like, that's where I fell for Evolving Fox, because I forgot who the influencer was, but I was in his Discord and he said like this was like a slam dunk play, and that's why I referred you, Walk.
Yeah, and that comes to the next thing. Choose your friends wisely. Just play. I agree. I think like Battle, you hit it like perfectly on the head. Like it was kind of minting during the meta where it's like favorable. Like it seemed like you said, it's like a no like easy slam dunk. And so that's why when we saw this play, we're like, man, this is it. And like the Discord, when you finally get access to it, like it seemed like it was popping off again. We just like fell for the hype, fell for the meta, and we paid for it. I think I
That's
missed it
crazy.
too, unfortunately.
I remember the Discord was like just firing with like comments and chats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was so hype, and I think Evolving Foxes was supposed to be a low cap supply too, which also fit in the meta that we were currently in at that time, because most of the pixel projects that were blowing up were only like 3,000-4,000 NFTs.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of those like comments could have been like botted in the Discord. We were just so new to the market, and so we just got like I said, blindsided.
Yeah, I would have cried if I lost all that money.
Yeah, it wasn't the funnest time, but I mean it's a good learning experience. It's like at the very least, it became like an inside joke between me and Vital. So yeah. Let's move on to the next project.
Yeah, and I feel like the bright thing about like falling for those rugs and stuff like that is like being able to like experience it, which sucks, but then also being able to teach other people, kind of like Windows or other friends that we've met in the space, on like what to look out for. You know what I mean? Because if we don't learn about those lessons early on, then we kind of pay for it more now. And I personally feel like we're way better NFT traders now, because of all these like hiccups we've had.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we use that knowledge and we help even the members of our Discord. And like we're doing right now, we're trying to help our viewers like get educated to learn like what are some of the red flags to avoid. So I agree 100%.
Yeah. So this lovely project, was also during the Pixel meta, and when you go into the NFT space, there's like certain criterias that you follow to do a project analysis to eliminate the risk of becoming rugged. So one is, at least during that time, was having a roadmap, having a docs team, having decent art, and just like a strong community with some influencers talking about it and hype on Twitter, right? And like I feel like one of the most important thing about any NFT project is to have a docs team, But the crazy thing is about this project is that it is a docs team, yet the dude still rugged everybody, and he kind of like drags people on for years, like almost like a year and something, and then he made people like spend a bunch of money to migrate their NFTs, and then ended up passing this project off to someone else that was in the community, kind of as a scapegoat.
Damn.
That's really shady.
Yeah, dude, it's like really messed up, and he like drained all the wallet, left like barely any money. So the reason why I kind of wanted to bring this project up to the table is because like just because it's a docs team and you're like able to know who it is, like they could still rug you because like there's not enough regulations yet. Like obviously like the SEC and stuff are already slowly targeting people to file cases. And I'm not sure if you guys kind of followed up with the Tornado Cash situation, where is basically an application that like kind of takes in money and then spits it out randomly to make it in a way that it's like harder to be tracked. The guy that developed the application was arrested like 2 weeks ago by the SEC and the feds, and they're like, taking him to court. So basically, from my understanding of it, we'll probably see a lot of people that did rug projects be brought up to justice within the next like year or so.
Nice. That would be a
Yeah.
good thing to happen. Alright, so let's move on to the next project that I personally got rugged on. USDT coin flip. Back when like it was the casino meta, and like I got in because it was a casino meta, and like for some reason like all these like coin flip projects were like taking off right away as soon as like they got dropped, and like they would go to crazy prices, like how like right now it'll be like 0.009 or something along those lines, and it'll shoot up to like 2 Solana. And like with this one, I believe I bought in at like uh point 0.4 Solana or whatever, and it just tanked to 0.009. Because I guess I got like kind of caught in with the hype and stuff, because like it was trading a lot, and that's kind of how I like to trade, is I would see if like it's actually selling. Like if it's selling, I would like be like, okay, people are buying this, it's gonna go up, and then I buy in, and then like sell as soon as I see it start to slow down. That's where I would sell off. And yeah, I kind of just got rugged with that because I was like, okay, fit the meta, didn't even bother to look at like the Discord, Twitter, or whatever, to see if it was legit. But definitely not. It just tanked right after like the hype died, and just kind of flatlined right after. Luckily, I
No,
ended up selling it, but
definitely. I feel like during that meta, it was like the gambling meta, like you mentioned, and basically there's just so many like degen plays that were coming out of nowhere, and especially also like this was happening during the bear market. So people were just basically pushing anything they could, just to scrape a few pennies, few bucks, and whatnot. Well, what are your thoughts, Walk?
I mean, I'm in the same boat. I have the same opinion as you guys here. It's just kind of unfortunate, that I think it takes a lot of the validity out of the market, because there are actually good and nice people here in this market that mean well and want us all to succeed, just like we want everyone here to succeed. So it's just, it's kind of just a shame that there's some of these like, shady people that are taking the validity out of the market, because there's actually, I think, something special here with NFTs.
No, 100%. I guess like throughout the whole time that you've been in NFTs and your wild trading that has led you to have multiple wallets because all your Solana and Ethereum can't fit in just one wallet. What would be like the best tip that you have to offer to someone that is trying to get into the space but not trying to get rugged?
I think it just really comes down to do your research. Like, don't be afraid to like look into the project's website and to their roadmap. See if there's things that are actually like attractive to you, like that makes sense, and not just like pure hype. Go into Discord, ask questions to the mods. There's sometimes the founders are in there, and you can like reach out to them, ask questions. Like, don't be afraid to like learn more. Like you're really just not doing yourself justice if you just go on pure emotion and just right because you just leave yourself vulnerable. So that's my probably my biggest advice is do your own research.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's really good because I feel like a lot of people are extremely open to like just learning and talking and discussing things in the NFT space, especially because like there's really no blueprint of what a successful project is and how to successfully trade. You know what I mean? What would you say is a big red flag window?
I feel like just if you're looking like their social media, like let's say the Twitter and Discord, like if there's no engagement, nobody's talking, nobody likes their tweets, anything like that, you know, definitely a big red flag that it's not legit, and like, if there is engagement in the Discord somehow, but like they have low engagement on Twitter, it could be a botted Discord. So,
Super sus. Because those bots can't help out with the mint or the floor price, so I definitely agree with that, man. You got anything else to add about that walk?
No, I think engagement is super important, and then like genuine engagement too. Because if you go into a Discord and it looks like there's like actual engagement, there's a lot of commenting going on. You can if you just like pay attention like close enough, you can see a lot of it's like botted responses. So like if you can go, like I said, go in there, ask questions, see if you get like genuine responses. That's when you can see okay, like this engagement is actually like genuine and stuff. So I can actually hold a conversation with these people. So yeah, I agree. I think engagement is another
yeah, you
key thing to look at.
definitely don't want to see like a whole bunch of LFG and then fire emojis getting spammed in the chat and nobody actually talks to you. you
Yeah,
know.
because like obviously you want to see people like conversing and actually like having a good time and talking about the project and stuff like that. If they're just basically trying to, LFG, amp each other up, gas each other up, like once that's all done, all the excitement's out the window, like the floor just crashes from what I've seen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks everyone for listening in here on like our rugs experience. Um, Again, it's just something that it's in the marketplace, so we want to make sure you guys are aware of it. But don't be fearful. That's why you guys have us provide the alpha and hopefully give you the signs of like how to avoid it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the comments like if you guys had any rug experiences and some of your guys' red flags, some of the green flags that you guys like to see in projects. Let us know. Thanks again for tuning in.